Hey, what's up? Let's go ahead and dive into 4 copywriting exercises that will instantly make you better. So let's go ahead and jump in. Here we go. Number 1, get a swipe file email address. So what do I mean by a swipe file email address? It could just be any sort of email. You can use Hotmail, Gmail. I use Gmail because that's just what I think everybody uses these days. But the whole point of a swipe file email address is to get an email address that's not your primary one. And you go and you jump on people's lists that are in the market that you like to write for. So if you love health and you want to be a health copywriter, then you're going to go jump on all of these different health email lists. And you're going to get all their information. Not only their information, but here's the power of it. You get to see their copy. You get to see their email copy. You get to see their sales letters, their video sales letters. And here's what's even better. When you start clicking around on their things, their ads, different things, then you're going to get followed around the internet. So you're going to see their Facebook ads. You'll see their YouTube videos. You'll see all of the stuff that they use. And the best part is it's all of the stuff that companies will pay you to write. So you're going to see examples of what they're doing. Now, it's even a good idea to jump on lists outside of the market that you want to write for because you'll see outside ideas. You'll see outside copy examples. So I have an email address where I jump onto all sorts of stuff. Business information, financial copy, supplement copy, weight loss copy, copywriting copy, and I just see all of the different ideas. I get flooded with ideas. And I see great copywriters, I see bad copywriters, I see all sorts of stuff. But I have a whole list, a giant email inbox full of swipeable copy. Some good, some bad. So first thing you should do, go get a swipe file email address and go jump on people's list. Second thing, read copy every single day. All right, you may have heard handwrite sales letters. I'm not really a huge fan of that. But I am a huge fan of reading copy every day. But don't just read it and then at the end be like, well, that was pretty good. I think I'm going to buy the product. Nah, read it with intention and you go look for what we call the 4 Ps. So here it is. The first thing is the promise. So when you're reading a piece of copy, look for the promises. Where do they make a claim? And go, oh, there's one. They made a claim here. They're promising that I'm going to get some sort of benefit. So go through the copy and you're going to read it actively and you're going to look for the promises. And then you're going to look for proof. How do they prove that promise? Is it just this like subpar copywriter where they just string together promises and claims? Or are they showing you some sort of proof that you're actually going to get a benefit and then they can prove that benefit in some way? So look for their proof elements because this is going to help you as a copywriter. When you go to write, you're going to be like, oh, I read that proof. Like I could do this type of proof or that type of proof. And you're going to see all of the different types of proof. And then you want to look for the picture. Now, I'm not talking about a picture. What I'm talking about is how does the copywriter paint an image for you? How does the copywriter paint the picture of how your life will be with this product or service or solution? So see if you can start to see the imagery that they create. Do they even paint a picture or do they just kind of go, here's my promise and here's a piece of proof? Do they actually paint the picture for you to see what your life would ultimately be like? And then lastly, you want to look for the push. What's the push? That's the call to action. So where are we pushing you to buy? So you want to look for every area where you see that them nudging you towards the purchase decision. Where are they telling you to click? Where are they telling you to call? Where are they telling you to order? So when you start to read copy this way, you're going to see all of the areas and you're going to start to see the formulas and structures that copywriters use. You're going to see where they make promises and proofs and they're going to paint these pictures and where they push to buy. And then you're going to start to see copywriters who don't do it. And you're going to start to see like, oh, this one wasn't as good. And you're going to know why it wasn't as good because maybe they left out proof. Or maybe they didn't put you in the driver's seat to where you could really see what your life would be like. Or maybe they forgot the call to action and you didn't know what to do. But you're going to be able to start to see the difference between winning copy and not so winning copy. So make sure you actively read copy every day and look for at least the 4 Ps. There's a lot of other things that you could look for too, but we'll get to that later. So here we go. The next thing you can do, that's probably the most important thing, close anyways, is write copy every single day. The more you write, the better you're going to get as long as you're practicing the right things. And that I will get to as well. So what do you do to write copy every day? If you don't have clients, you don't have anything, and you want something to write for, and you want to get better, well, first thing you're going to do is read copy, just like I was telling you. And then secondly, you're going to write. So you're going to choose a product. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want to sell this MacBook, have at it. Sell a MacBook. If you want to sell this microphone, cool. That's fine too. If you want to sell a mug, a pencil, it doesn't matter. Just choose a product. And then the next thing you want to do is choose a section. So what do I mean by choose a section? A section could be either a section, a type of copy, or a section of copy. Now, if you love email copywriting and you want to be an email copywriter, choose a product, write an email about it. If you want to be a long-form sales letter copywriter and you want to write like 5-page or 7-page long-form sales letters, don't write the whole thing because it becomes daunting. You're like, oh my gosh, this is very daunting. So what you could do is choose a product, like say you're selling this computer, and you're going to write the lead. So the first 300 or 400 words of a sales letter. And then the next day, what you could do is you can go in and write the same thing, like you're writing for the same product. But what you're going to read, maybe you'll write the body copy. And then you'll write the story section. And then you'll write the call to action or the offer section. So you can break down the sections of a sales letter into bite-sized chunks. Because if you just sit down and you're like, I'm going to write a sales letter about this Mac today, it becomes daunting. You don't know where to start. You get lost, and then you just don't do it. And that's a bummer. And so it's all about choosing bite-sized pieces. So choose a product, chunk it down, all right, into sections, and go write that. So maybe you'll write the headline. You could write something just as simple as like today, I'm going to write headlines for this product I chose. And you might write 25 different headlines. Cool, assignment done. And then the next day you might write the opening paragraph or the lead. I'm sure you get the idea. So choose sections. And then just go write. All right. And now remember, I said you got to write every day because practice makes, well, we're going to get to what practice makes in just a second. So write copy every day. Now, the next thing you can do, the fourth tip the fourth exercise you can do to make your copy so much better and instantly get better is read your copy out loud. But here's what you got to do. You got to read it while walking around. Now, here's the power in that. So reading the copy out loud is good. When you read it out loud, you find the things and you hear it where you stumble. But here's what's better. When you read it while you're walking around, you're a little bit short of breath, I guess, when you're like walking around. It's harder to breathe because you're walking and reading. And you're going to notice some sentences may get really long, or you can't get it without being like, if any of that happens, that sentence is too long, you want to shorten it. So when you have nice, short, flowing, punchy copy, you can read it while walking around and there's no problem. You don't become winded and it's not difficult to read. So when you read it out loud, you're going to hear all the stumbles. And when you read it out loud while walking around, you're going to hear all the things that are hard to read, and they're long and they're runny and they drag on, and you can shorten it all up. You can tighten it all up. And you'll notice when you read really good copy and you're walking around, it's smooth, it's punchy, it flows, it's awesome. And you never have to go like, and then try and keep reading. So make sure you read your copy out loud every time, and you read it while you walk around. Now, we got a bonus tip. So this is one of the most important things I think that any person could do when they're trying to learn copy, and that is to get to mentor to critique your copy. Because you remember when I said practice makes ... Well, people have always heard practice makes perfect. That's what they've always said, right? We've always heard it. Practice makes perfect. Our parents have ingrained it into our brains. Practice makes perfect. And it's not true. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So if you practice the wrong things, it becomes permanent in you, right? If you practice a crappy baseball throw, you're going to have a crappy baseball throw forever. It's not going to be good. It makes it permanent. So if you want to be a really good copywriter, you need to have somebody help you that knows more than you do so they can fix your bad habits before they become habits. We both know how hard it is to kick a bad habit. We've been saying it for years. Oh, I wish I didn't do that, but I've done it for 20 years. It's a habit. It's a bad habit. I just can't break that bad habit. And it's true. Habits are hard to break, and you don't want bad copywriting to be a habit, because then you're going to have somebody beat you into submission to fix that habit, and you're going to always make those mistakes, and it's going to be detrimental to your copywriting career. It's easier and faster to get someone who knows more than you to help you break those bad habits early on and get you writing good copy. So I hope these 4 exercises help, plus this cool bonus tip. If you want help from me, all right, check out, I will critique your copy. If you want me to critique it and you want me to help you personally, I'll be more than happy to. You can go ahead and check out copyskillswithaz.com/mentor. And you can learn all about how you can get personalized mentorship from me, and I will critique your copy each and every week, and we'll do live in-person stuff. So go ahead and check out copyskills.com/mentor, and I will see you on the next video. So long.